I unpaused and I saw his face and he saw me and I'm like, I backed up and paused the game. I mean, but like I said, but here's the thing: when you're with multiple people, if you're at least if you're with multiple people for like a while, like if you're that's your common thing, you're kind of just used to moving on from person to person, you know. But like I know some people who've only been with one person, they can't imagine being with any other person. You know, both partners feel that way, so it's like you know, it's kind of different. It depends on where you're coming from. You know, you can't like take it from someone who's been with everyone, or not everyone, but you know, just a lot of people in general. I guess that's how just it works, but it's not, you know, exactly, not always right. It's just kind of bent in a certain way. Oh wow, that's messed up. I mean, to play devil's advocate for a little bit. Like, if she don't have that much faith in that guy, you know, that kind of puts her into question. Oh, whoa, 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 that gets into a whole nother conversation. What has she been doing? Oh, Jesus. Why is she so sensitive? I mean, I feel like she'll change, like, when she gets married or something. I don't see her, like, not doing with this man after you're married. That's just kind of, it kind of defeats the purpose of marriage, for one, and it kind of defeats the purpose of, like, staying together, because, like, you know, the whole purpose of getting married to a person is to eventually have kids with that person. Because that's literally, like, that's literally the point. It's actually just the point. But, 'cause otherwise, she's not really dating somebody for the right, you know, things. Yeah. So she's basically dating him as an emotional pillow. I mean, it's good to have a pillow around, but you know, every once in a while you gotta get out the bed. Are you in the broadcast, by the way? Ugh. I thought you said you were in it last time. Okay, try go to YouTube. 6 months ago. Jesus. I mean, well, you know, like I said, to each their own. I'm not knocking them. She had something going on, but you know, I feel like if I'm dating someone. You know, I don't have to. I mean, I don't expect them to be like all up on me because it's not really. It's not really what I see, you know. But it's like, as long as you know it's there, you know it's there. I'm fine with that, you know. Okay. Christ. From the teacher or from the students? Yeah. Burns you? Like, physically burns you? If I'm staying with that partner forever, then why would it matter? Not, well, not necessarily, but I mean, there are some other cases. Not necessarily, but because like there's say for instance there's some STDs that are like dormant within people and only really activate when this comes in contact with other people who who also have the disease that is dormant. Sometimes that happens, but like if I knew that person had STD, right? But I loved them to the point where I knew I'm gonna stay with them, then there's no point, you know? It doesn't matter. Oh, somewhere along the way, and like they didn't have it, but then they had it all of a sudden. Yeah, then I'm cutting it off. Yeah, that's because they cheated that way, you know. I have to turn off the TV or turn down the TV, or let me turn off my mic. Or actually, no. Wait, it's still. How do I stop? Can I stop my audio shit? Yeah. Hold on. No, I'm saying, can you hear me now? No, not through here. I'm talking about through the TV. Okay, I turned it off. Oh God, there it goes. I heard that. Mute the TV. You just hear me in the background. But yeah, keep going. Oh my God. Man. Oh, stop! You guys are done! I pulled out a Glock. I wasn't ready. Like your wife or your girlfriend should be your best friend. This is how it works. Like boxing. Well, actually, honestly, it shouldn't, like, I feel like it should be more. Like, I would pay more. I would honestly pay more. Just like, I don't know. Wow. Out of sheer respect. Well, like I said, it depends up to the couple in their agreements. Like for instance, I mean, I wouldn't mind paying for every single thing. I wouldn't mind for that. But it's like if y'all agree or if y'all like a certain agreement on not doing that, or like, you know, doing it 50-50 or whatever the agreement is, because like it's all just a big agreement. It's a bunch of agreements and compromises. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That makes sense. But doesn't that create, because then like there's problems to it. She's gaining income, more income than she has.
Glory.
You know? More income than she, because like if she's paying, well, if she can pay for it, but someone else is paying for it, you know, doesn't that create problems? I mean, I'm not exactly sure. I think, like, okay, I'm confused. I'm really confused here. Anyway, keep going. Mm. That's fine. Yeah, it is. The problem with one person working is like, you know, you got basically you have the father being gone the entire time, which is basically the same amount to, like, you know, the father not even being in the house in the first place. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to be put in that situation, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I will restore Ashina to glory.
Oops. Yeah, I see where he's coming from. The AIDS one. Okay. Of course.
I will restore Ashina to glory.
Which is reasonable. Well, yeah, that is true, but like, it's basically like death from pregnancy is so low now. You have a higher chance of dying from a vending machine. It's not. No one's dying from pregnancy. Yeah, no one's dying from pregnancy nowadays. I'm just being honest with you. No one's dying from pregnancy nowadays. It's really hard to die. Even in India, it's hard to die from pregnancy. That's saying something. It's it's not it's not a common thing. Oh yeah, there is emotional impact. I mean, I'm just saying because a lot of people like to bring up the whole women can die thing, but like, but that's like if you're gonna bring up that argument, like it's the same argument people say like oh like just because something happened one time, you know, has a higher chance of it can happen. I mean, it can happen, but they're acting like it's a high possibility of it can happen again. Like, yeah, there are people born who are intersex, but that's literally like 0.000000014%. Like, that's not happening anytime soon. Like, once every other 100 years, maybe. Well, if you don't want to give it away, then why didn't you? It's just like, that defeats the purpose. No, but that ruins your argument.
I will restore.
Yeah. But no, here's the thing though. People, this is what people forget. This is what people don't like bring up in the argument. Contraceptions exist. Like, cause like here's the thing. People, yeah, not all of them work well. But the fact that we can name, we physically have access cheaply, might I add, physically have access cheaply to all these contraceptions. And the fact that you didn't think to not use not one of them, that's your fault at that point. I mean, it's like I say, it's still a good chance. It's not a good chance, but it's like it's a chance, you know. Mm. Did he use the condom right, or did he break the condom? This is what we don't know. Like I said, something wonky happened there. Either the condom wasn't used right. Either the thing wasn't administrated at the right time, because sometimes that does happen. There's some details being left out here, because babies just don't just pop out of nowhere. Mm. Mm. I mean, because, like, if you do it right, you should be fine. Like, for instance, like, I know Axel. I'm telling you, darn near almost every other day he's doing it with his girlfriend. He uses condoms, and he got her on the Plan B thing, right? And it's like, this man tells many stories about him. No. Hearing stories of him just like leaving, like like finishing, inside like, almost all the time. He rarely ever pulls out a thing, right? And he doesn't have a child, and it's going on for about like what, 2, 3. I forgot how long they've been dating, but I know it's more than about 2 years. So, yeah, like I said, it works if you do it right. You have to do it right. But like I said, there's a way to do it. There's a way to do it. You don't just pop the pill and it just goes away magically. You have to take it at a certain time. Yeah. Mm.
Ashina to glory.
But yeah, like I said, it's all subjective on how you use it. So honestly, you can do it as long as you have protection. But like the thing about abortion is, it gets to the point where look, yeah. I was like, what? I'm pretty sure I dodged that, but I took the death because I was like, you know what? If I'm taking that much damage using that many gourds, I'm not gonna stand a chance against whatchamacallit. So I just took the death. But yeah, it was stupid. It's really stupid. I want to show you that cutscene too after I kill this man. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
Not allowed.
Yeah, he told me about it too.
Yes, that's it. Straight.
He's hoping I pull out game. I mean, look. I mean, look. There's nothing wrong with the old well before the holy started spraying tactic, but you know, some people are just like that. You know, fortunate timing. You know, it just helps. You know. Oh wow.
In the end,
I think he's addicted to sex at this point.
I was powerless, but Ashina will rise once more. The dragon blood surging through her veins.
Yeah, adolescence.
Ashina's long night comes to an end.
Yeah. Now it's funny because the guy you're about to see, he was an old man and died on the floor like 5 seconds ago. So I'm like, what? How are you alive? Didn't I just see you pass out on the floor, died of a heart attack? What's going on?
Which means Sekiro. I must destroy you. Count Sekiro!
Yeah, like I said, he was dead, like, of a heart attack a few minutes ago. So I'm like, alright. That motherfucker, I get it now. I get it now. I get it now. That little thing I was talking to him about. Because he knew about the blades. Oh my god, okay. Hold on. It's starting to hit me with this lower right now. We were talking about contraceptives and like how, well, you were talking about your coworker earlier. You were talking about your coworker. Yeah, people are just more conscious. But they're not doing it right. Medication for a headache one time, but I know good and well isn't taking it right. But just because I have the medication doesn't mean, you know, it's going to fix my problems if I'm not going to take it right. I'm better now. I had some medications for like a headache, because I had a really bad headache a couple years back, and like the doctor gave me some pills and only take it like once every like what is that, twice a day for like 4 hours a day. Yeah, every couple hours or whatever. I definitely didn't take that right. Like, I took one every day, so I definitely didn't take that right. But, you know, just because I have medication is automatically then, you know, I'm safe, I'm cured or whatever. I just gotta take it right. Well, it's not easy to mess up if you're good at, you know, scheduling. So. Wait a minute. About the shot? Well, if not sexually active, then a shot. Oh, wait, I feel like I know what you're talking about. What? Okay. I imagine inside of you. The whole issue. A lot of times. Oh, because you were going for like 3 hours. I was searching for this thing. Dang it, this boss is hard.
Sound like you're getting clapped. Do better.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. Yeah, I didn't know there was, I mean, I knew that there was, like, a thing that you shoved the vaginal hole, but I didn't know there was, like, a rod you stuck in your arm. That's a whole thing. I think I get it. Because, like,
What did I just walk into?
we're talking about, like, yeah.
Oh. Oh my god, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, you guys heard about it either.
I mean, that sounds pretty nice, but that sounds like a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, a rod seems like a little too much. I'd rather get the shot if I were you.
Restore Ashina to glory.
You're basically doing a whole Terminator just so you don't gotta have no babies.
Psych. I'm pretty sure someone has.
Yeah, somebody got it. I'm dead. told him if you want something else, I'm gonna hop on with somebody else.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Count Sekiro.
I like how people just keep joining the party. Want me to just close the party? I got it, I got it. I mean, I might use 100 but I'm still gonna pull out. I gotta have contingencies on my contingencies, yeah. No, look, fam, you know I prepare for everything. Like, you see me going to Monty's house, I bring my TV, my Switch, my Xbox, my PS4, I bring everything on the slight chance we play it. Yeah, but you can't play everything the same anymore. You know? Times are different, man. Times are different. You can't split screen anymore. This man has like a bunch of just like little fingers that like you dodge it and he just shoots you with a gun. Like I feel like jump! I just figured out how to dodge something and I I mean, it's my child. I'm gonna take responsibility for doing what I did. If I can't keep take care of the child and someone that has a better life, sure, I can give them a foster parent. I can try to give them a foster parent or whatever. Like if I really, I'm down to my luck or whatever, you know. But when I say down, I mean like not just homeless, but like homeless and mentally ill. That's a very common occurrence. Yeah. Homeless is one thing, because you can be homeless and you can get some money pretty easily, but
I will restore
homeless and
to glory.
mentally retarded, the whole thing. The whole mood.
What? We will not allow our to be crushed.
What? The dumb question.
Count Sekiro.
The hot dog or the hot dog with bread? Because a hot dog is just a wiener. Yeah, a hot dog with bread on it. You just call it hot dog with bread, or just hot dog for short. Because if you just say hot dog is abbreviation. You know, so, you know. Well, it's not really a sandwich. You don't call a hamburger, well, hamburgers. So I guess in that case, it is a sandwich, technically. Well, yeah, but soups are broths, that's the thing. Cereal isn't a broth. Because broth means it came from something. And it's just like, it came from, it's like, not came from something, but it's like, it's the excess of something. So it's like, if you have a chicken broth, you were originally making chicken, right? But then the excess from chicken is made into the thing. When you're having cereal, it's not the excess of cereal that goes in the milk. It's not, no. Yes, I found this up there. You can't say a thumb is a finger and then not call it something else, you know? Look, I would be fine with this man if he did shoot. Like, honestly, I feel like that's disrespectful. Oh shit! Did I just dodge? Stupid ass question is that? Oh! Shut up! That's a terrible joke! That's a terrible joke. That's barely funny. It's a terrible joke, Taylor. Jesus.
Which came first, chicken or the egg?
Obviously the chicken.
I agree with the egg.
Because you can't just have an egg without a chicken. That's not how it works. Your chicken can be there without the egg. Well, here, look. Okay, so you got two stances on this, right? Or you got two different ways to come at this. You got the creationist standpoint, and you have the evolutionary standpoint. You come from the creationist standpoint, obviously, yes, the chicken came before the egg. If you come from the evolutionary standpoint, also, yes, the chicken does come before the egg. Because of the fact of, I guess you could say, mutation into new species, right? So, I'm coming out here this like scientifically, you're just trying to laugh. But like, you know, like I said, so it's like, you don't call, like, okay, what's good? So say like if evolution worked backwards and chickens evolved into dinosaurs, you don't call if like a chicken laid an egg and it eventually mutated into a dinosaur, and a dinosaur had an egg. That's not the same egg, you know.
Yeah.
It's a different thing at this point.
I get it.
It's hard to explain, but you understand where I'm coming from?
Nah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not the same thing at that
I will
point. It's a whole
restore
different
Ashina
thing.
to glory.
Like, fucking moving. So like it's not even technically fucking. But no, here's the thing. See, yeah, white is the absence of every color, but then again, white is also. But the thing is about white is it's like it's the formation of all colors, or more like not formation of all colors. I say it's like the extract of all colors. So like you can't have. Yeah, black is the combination of all colors, but it's like okay. If I would give to example, I would say space. Space is naturally black. Space can contain nothing. The nothingness areas of space are dark, meaning, or yeah. Yeah, because, like, for instance, there's parts in space where there's literally no matter, and those areas are dark. Yeah. If the answer was white, then there would be parts in the area, if there was nothingness, there would be parts that would be just white. You know, it wouldn't be black. Right. Originally spoon, but you can eat it with a fork. It's tedious and retarded, and it's like clumpy, which I kind of hate. Not even the Japanese eat rice with chopsticks. That's just a little racist there. Yeah, but that's different from eating like rice bowls. No one in Japan will sit there and pick up rice with chopsticks unless they trying to be Asian. Or stereotype anyway. Yeah. We have technology. Whips out a spoon.
Are boneless chicken wings just chicken nuggets in disguise?
Yes. That's an easy question. Next. Shut up. Next question. I'm sorry if I just felt that. I was like, shut up, please. I felt that one too. You know I felt that in my soul as like a no. Well, some things that are basically undebatable, like, hey, there are two genders, but what? Yeah, I was there, I think. What did I say? Hey. And I did say something eventually. No, because I was like, Tender kind of stole my thunder, so I was like, I had to come up with something.
Count Sekiro.
I mean, it's objective fact. Like I take this stance on it. I take this stance on it because like other people take similar stances, but like if I'm just talking to you as like a friend, like near you, yeah, I use whatever pronouns you want to use or whatever. But if I'm like in a public spot, right, and I'm talking in terms of like. If I'm talking in terms of like lecturing, or if I'm talking in terms of like teaching, I cannot use your preferred pronouns because then it just would make no sense. If I were talking about biology and I wanted to use your proper pronouns, then it's kind of stupid because it doesn't make any. It just kind of ruins the whole. Yeah. Yeah. It's a show falling from grace. Like, we talking Shadow the Hedgehog, Edgy the Hedgy angst, or... Okay, so Edgy the Hedgy, got you. Did you see that? I just took him out without healing.
Now my blood.
I'm sorry.
Ice me, Sekiro.
Now he's running after me upstairs. technically not true. Now, you see what I hate about the non-binary bullcrap is that technically you are binary because you're a male or female. Because you're born a male or female. So that kind of defeats the argument. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Here we go. It's not the question. You just dodged the entire question. Yeah, you just dodged the entire question. This is what I hate about these people. Oh, I didn't just do that. Yeah. I mean, I hate those people who just like so enthralled with their ideology that they can't step out the ideology for like 2 seconds and like, hey, man, come real with you real quick, you know? Shapeshifter back and forth. Yes, an iron squid. Now you'll never know. Like how this is what pop culture has become. This is what our cartoons have become. Mm-hmm. I mean, like I said, it depends on the context of how you use it. Because if you just like interrupt a sentence, if you're trying to talk to somebody in like second person, if you're talking to somebody in second person and you just switch to third person like just out of nowhere, just literally for no reason, then it's very obvious. But if you have a good writer, I guess you could make it so they can always talk in third person. But you have to write it that way though, because it just otherwise it would just be dumb.
I will restore Ashina to glory. Not allow Ashina to be crushed.
I'm taking this down. Hold on. Ooh, I'm feeling strong. Hold on. Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. Jump. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, let me check my phone.
In the end, I was powerless, but Ashina will rise once more.
Hold on.
The dragon blood surging through her veins. With
What is this? Boston is ghetto. This fucking dog. Oh my god, she's choking the dog. Why is she choking the dog?
Pitiful grandchild.
Wait, why?
This was your last wish. To see Ashina return from the great beyond. Which means Sekiro. I must destroy you. Count Sekiro.
Yeah, she just kind of choked that dog out. Like, that's kind of... Wait, but where's the freaking Thanos thing? There's gotta be that somewhere. Or that freaking SpongeBob thing where he was choking the fish, man. I gotta see that somewhere. That's gotta be here somewhere. Oh yeah, wait, the messages you sent me. Mental illness is a serious problem, and people just ignore these things. Yeah. Like I said, mental illness is a real problem. People just ignore these things. Yeah, that's a dude. Yeah, you can't tell me I need to say blah blah blah, because I'm gonna slip up the next moment. I'm kidding. I'm not even kidding you. I'm gonna forget like that. It's just not happening, yeah. Nah, your new name is gonna be them. But like, man, like I said, like people don't get like, okay, so honestly, this all started with normalizing mental illnesses, because the thing about normalizing mental illnesses, it's been happening like for decades. Yeah, people will fetishize and normalize. Like, no. Did you notice like the weird spike back in, like, I think it was the 90s or the 80s, but the weird spike in movies that had retarded kids or retarded people in it? But did you notice later on towards the decade it started getting oddly sexual? You never noticed that? Look up some of the movies where you see the nerds who have like retarded tendencies. For some reason, there's always a MILF that comes around. Some odd reason, there's a MILF that always comes around. I kid you not. It's weird, but it's like the thing is, people romanticize and they fetishize over these things, and like that's how retardation went from being real mental illness that people need to, go to the doctor and get checked up on, to something you're not supposed to say, or you're not supposed to mention it. So people who have it, you don't even really know you have it because they're not really supposed to say it because it's like not culturally acceptable or whatever. But people are actually suffering from a disease, and you can't help those people if you're too busy worrying about hurting somebody's feelings, And then you got gender dysphoria, which is actually a thing. It's an actual thing. People actually just suffer from this disease, but too many people are taking basically the symptoms of disease, applying it to themselves, act like they have it, and then carve their personalities from there. That's where you get those people who are just like, oh, I'm gay, and that's literally my entire personality. Too many people. Like, I got this one person at like school. Like, she's a friend of mine. I get it, but like, non-binary is her entire personality. I can't name you one other thing about her. Like, I honestly can't. Then I know it's bull, Exactly. If I were to take you to make sure you would never like another guy again, who are you? It just becomes bullshit. People don't get that. I don't get why people don't understand that basic two-step. I mean, I got some friends who are kind of like that, but I just feel fortunate that I'm not sucked up in it, or at least I know better. I would hate my life if it would end up like that. Yeah, I couldn't. People have better control of everything. Too much porn.
Now my blood boil. Pace me second.
You blame all that on porn. Oh, did you know? This is a really crazy, scary fact to think about. Did you know that 40%, like 4 out of 10 porn are kids under the age of 12? Yeah, and that's census taken from Pornhub, X Videos, X Hamster, and I forgot what the other site was. I think it was RedTube. I don't remember, but yeah, like 4 out of 10 porn users are children under the age of 12. Well, so it's like you can trace attack. So, you can trace like what they look up versus like what they look up versus like what they did before that, or what they looked before that. You can kind of trace this kind of thing. Oh yeah, they know. They know. It's not like they don't know. They just can't enforce it. They just can't really do anything about it. I mean, yeah, and this is like one of the problems of the day, because like some people, some scientists actually kind of attribute that's like the rise in like the rise in like all these other fetishes and all these other, I guess you can say, gender identities, because of the fact that like porn kind of helped make that, you know. It kind of just gave rise to like, yeah. But if you give people too much free time, yeah, you give someone too much free time, they'll come up with something disgusting or retarded. Because furries didn't exist back in the 80s. I mean, yeah, sure, but people didn't know exactly what furries like really were. Because like people try to like say furries is not all about like, sex or whatever. That's what literally started the conversation. Not. Yeah, definitely not there. Like, honestly, like, I'm trying to stay on. Not only is that shit not really good for you, but it leads to a lot of problems. Both like, you know, there's been some studies on this, especially with so like say there is like I'm pausing the game so I can actually remember without trying not to fight for my life because I'm on my last healing glory. This man's almost dead. I'm thinking. Anyway, so Jesus. Let me remember my whole topic before I forget. But anyway, so there's been studies about this, right? Like, people have been, or at least some people have been like monitoring some marriages, like depending on if the husband still watches porn frequently while he's with his wife. They found that like a man might be like less likely to have sex with his wife because he's always satisfied or whatever. And usually less sex in a relationship kind of leads to the breakdown of a relationship slowly but surely, you know, slowly but surely. Because it is a big part. I don't want to be like, you know, crass or whatever, but it is a big part. To be honest. I mean, that's different though. I'm saying like a person, like a guy sitting by himself. And like doing all that, and like not even worrying about his female significant other, it also leads to more like some studies have seen a tendency between married men who watch porn and domestic violence because of the fact that there is a lot of domestic violence, or at least there is a good amount of either, well, not aggressiveness, but it's like either like total male dominance over the female, because porn degrades the female, obviously. It's not up for debate. It degrades the female. We all know this. Unless you're talking about like lesbian porn or like, or not even then. Unless you're talking, even then. But I guess I was thinking about like BDSM dominance type. But even then, because like you can kind of see some. Yeah, people don't behave that way, but you know, it's just kind of putting them down to like their primal instincts. I mean, but it degrades men also. But it's like I said, it's like you kind of got men wanting to put that on women or whatever. But like, you know, it's kind of a whole dominance thing. I mean, it kind of brings up the whole natural mode, because there's a natural male dominance type thing, because that's just kind of how you know, men work. There has to be dominance in some way, shape, or form, or at least some semblance of it. Otherwise, That's otherwise you can't truly. I wouldn't say truly be a man, but like you probably. What's the best way to explain it? I guess you're suppressing yourself is a better way to say it. I mean, dominant female is like, it's a cool thing. It's, I mean, shoot, I wouldn't mind it, but it's like, you know, it just like, I'm just saying there is, I guess I can say like a natural instinct to be dominant. It's just kind of like a natural thing. I don't really know how else to put it, but you know. By the way, I got to the third phase. I got scared, so I paused again. He shot lightning at me, Taylor. I didn't see him do the move before. He scared the mess out of me. I got a right bitch. Yeah. Where is Brendan coming out of this? Like, what Brendan got to do with any of this? What was your first clue, Sherlock?
And I was like, after the entire situation, they was talking like this is a bag.
Honestly, I think she was blinded. And I think did she have sex with that dude? That was her first, right? Oh, okay. She sure talks a big game.
I will restore Ashina to glory.
Come on, game. Alright. Count.
Not allow Ashina to be crushed.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Count! Second! I'm pretty sure that. Even if all y'all leave, I'm pretty sure you'll just be silent. It's fun. Yeah, that's a force of nature right there. I'm getting him this time. Okay, hold on. Okay, wait. I got him this time. But yeah, Brandon's the whole thing. And now it's yeah, you should.
block has never you ever seen it. You know, basically interaction ever. That didn't change. Well, depending on how the game changes. I'm starting to hit this now. I'm on the third phase. Yeah, it always takes time. But I think I got what he's about so far, I think. I just learned. If I can just learn the life and time, I should be fine. Oh, you can suck me. No way you hit me. Oh. I'm sorry, I'm talking this shit. Man, like, hold on, but you're dead. Why? What? Why? But jeez. But hey Taylor, you know what? I probably should talk to you about that later, actually. Oh, real quick, real talk. I'm gonna pause again because I actually want to talk to you about this. So, how? Yeah. My sister? If she ever did, I'd probably ignore them. Yeah, I remember hearing about sharp pains. I just ignored it. I ignored all of it. I don't know. Your butt? Okay. That's a girl thing. I'm not sure what's going on. But I did want to talk to you seriously though about something. Cuz I remember you telling me you were going through something at one point and you kind of felt down a little bit. I kind of wanted to talk about it. If you're ready to talk about it. I mean, unless you want to talk about it in person. Yeah. But no one's happy all the time, Taylor. That's the thing. I know. I feel the same thing, trust me. I have to, like, when I heard you talking about it, it really hit me because, honestly, I feel the same things as well. Honestly, on certain things, on certain days, not even certain days, it's like sometimes I just, well, if I sit and talk to myself for a minute, sometimes I even get to that point. But I don't, but the thing is, it's like, I try to cope with it with different ways. So, like, not everybody cope the same way, but what I try to do is I try to focus on a vision, and I try to reach that vision the best way I can. And despite on what like my bad side is really telling me, I just try to like go forward, even though even if it's a bad idea, I wouldn't even care at that point. You know, I just kind of want to see something through. You know, and I'm at the point where it's like I know how it is to feel alone. I really don't want anyone else to feel like alone like that. How I feel sometimes. I kind of, you know, I don't want that to ever happen to you. If you ever need to call Taylor, just my phone is here. All right, I'll answer you anytime. Even if you call, I'll answer you if you call me during class. You know I will. Yeah, I do too. I still think about that sometimes. Yeah, because everyone always wants to call you happy and all. And everyone always wants to say, "Oh, you're the happiest person ever." But like sometimes it's like you be like, "Yeah," but then when you get to those days, it's just like But look, Taylor, you don't have to handle things on your own. Look, just like look, because I know how it is to try to do it all on your own, because I do it a lot, and it's not entirely healthy, but I know it's not entirely healthy because I still feel, even if I try to solve it on my own, I can still feel the repercussions or like the after effects of it anyway. And it doesn't really matter even if I solve the problem or not. It's not about the problem itself. It's more or less about my feeling on the matter. You know what I mean? And honestly, I feel like it could be a lot better. I mean, I feel like it'd be a lot better if if someone had someone else go, to help me through it. But it's like I don't want you to go through that, Taylor. I want to help you through it. I don't want you ever to go through that. Okay? It's like I know you do, but I want to be there to help you. I mean, sometimes I feel that way too, but it's like you gotta think: is it you saying that you gotta do this on your own, or is it the other you saying that you can only do this by yourself? You know, because sometimes I have to think about that distinction too, because I have, because honestly, factions inside me at all times, and sometimes I'm not sure who's saying what. You know what I mean? I mean, I like being alone too, but sometimes I know some things just kind of feel better together with other people. So sometimes I just try to, within my independence, sometimes I try to seek out others. Well, I want to help you figure that out. Yeah, I know it's pretty late, but I do know that hopefully I'll see you when you come back. The week after next, so you just have one more week. Huh? You said, do I have to shave? But all right, Taylor. I want you to have a good night. Okay. All right. Guess I'll just go to bed then. Take care, okay?